Hello, my lovely human being friends and pets and animals alike, listening to the sound of my voice. Thank you all for listening and watching. I'm Lamarr Townsend. I'm a psychic, a tarot reader, and an astrologer. Got a little bit of a spooky reading for you all today. I'm sure some of you have heard about Lake Lanier. I think this lake is in Georgia. It's said that this is a haunted lake. Many people have died on this lake in mysterious circumstances. Now, the reason why I'm doing this reading, I was reading an article. I was scrolling through my phone this morning, or early afternoon, and I was reading an article about someone else who just recently passed away in Lake Lanier. And it seems like a constant thing. And every time I look at the comment section, because this was on YouTube, I saw a post on YouTube. I was looking at the comment section. Everyone was like, stay away from that lake. It's haunted. I don't know why y'all keep going back to that lake. So many people have passed away. And I was like, oh my God, I need to do a reading on this lake, child. I'm never going to go to it, but I need to do a reading on it. So, I wanted, first of all, start out by saying rest in peace to those who have passed away. These are just some of the people who have passed away while being out on this lake. It is also said, I saw something about Usher. Usher's ex-wife's son. I'm not sure if this is her son right here. Because it kind of looks familiar. So I don't know. I feel like I've heard about this story before, but I don't know if this is Usher or, so someone in the comment section let me know. I also feel like I've heard of this story too before, actually. Like he looks familiar too. But Usher's ex-wife's child actually also passed away on this lake. You guys remember that story a couple years ago? Maybe a decade or so ago. It was a while ago. I just, it's just a lot going on with the energy, and I really want to make sure the energy is good. All right. Luckily, a few days ago, I did do a cleansing. I smudged my space, saged my space. I'm definitely going to do it after this reading. I haven't done an energy channeling in a while. I haven't done a mediumship reading in a while, but for this one, I was like, I have to do a mediumship and I have to look at the cards. So what we're going to do, as we typically do on this channel, but lately, for time constraints, I've actually been kind of just pulling on the cards, but today I was like, no, baby, we got to pull on the cards, we got to pull on spirit, we got to pull on all the things to figure out what is going on with this lake. So I'm going to do a mediumship, then we're going to get into the cards. But yeah, I haven't done a mediumship with you all in a while. I've done mediumships behind the scenes with clients, but not with you all. All right. So speaking of which, if you would like to book a reading with me, I am available. You can text me at 703-791-9162. You can also visit my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, and let me show you all what my website looks like real quick. Also, I want to let you know when you make your payment, when you do make a payment on my website, I do immediately get a notification. So I do get notified as soon as you make your payment. And then after you've made your payment, of course, read the directions. We'll get the next steps. We'll take the next steps to get your reading done as soon as possible. All right. So let me show you all my website really quickly before we get into the tea, child. All right. This is my website, lamartownsendtarot.com, for any of you that need a reading, a class, a candle, or any bracelets. I sell so many things, child. Definitely check out my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. I would love to read for you. You can scroll down and read reviews from people who have purchased readings from me throughout the years. All right. You can also follow me down here on Instagram and Facebook if you like to follow me on there. Also, you can go right to the store section and book a reading with me. This is where you can go to view all of the rates, the services, products, classes, candles, and different types of things I do offer. And I do offer quite a lot. I offer email readings. I offer 30-minute readings, 15-minute readings, hour-long phone readings. I do also offer video recorded readings where you send your questions. I record myself doing your reading and email you the video to download and keep, typically within 1 to 4 days or less. I also do offer candles, classes, birth chart readings, individual birth chart readings, year ahead transit birth chart readings, compatibility birth chart readings. I do mediumship readings, past life readings. Child, I sell merch handmade by me. Every piece of merch I make is handmade by me. Evil eye bracelets, return to sender stickers, evil eye stickers, all both designed by me, handmade by me with my own hands. What else? Custom candles, tarot classes, astrology classes, spiritual development classes. If you need anything spiritual, this is the channel you need to be at. All right, for real, for sure. Okay, Speaking of spiritual child, I don't know what I'm gonna see in this reading. I don't know. I just want the ancestors. I want the Egyptian ancestors and the ancestors all in between to just come through and protect me, child. Cause, whew. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see what's coming up or what is going on with this Lake Lanier drama. All right, why do people keep passing away in this lake? All right. Thank you, Spirit, for opening up a channel so that I can connect with the energy of what's going on with Lake Lanier. Thank you for protecting my energy, my thoughts, my mind, and my emotions, and my space, any extension of my space, or any extension of myself. Thank you for bringing clarity and insight, Father God. Thank you for allowing the energy to go back from whence it came once this reading is over. And thank you for allowing any spirits affected by this situation to know that we come in love and light. In the name of the Mother, the Daughter, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, in Jesus' name, I pray and thank you. Amen and amen and amen. I'm already picking up on some energy. I'm already picking up on some stuff. All right, you guys, let's go ahead and tap into this energy and see what is going on with Lake Lanier. Okay, I didn't expect that. The first thing I get is that, oh, God. The first thing I get is that not all deaths on this lake are caused by the lake itself. I feel that sometimes there's something where some allegedly, I'll say, for YouTube entertainment purposes, allegedly there are sometimes allegedly bodies that are just thrown in the lake. Now, whether they resurface or not, I'm not sure, but that kind of ties into something else I was seeing. I feel like there's something about the lake itself. I'm not sure how long the lake is, or the width and longitude, and latitude and things of the lake, but there's something about, I feel like there's different sections of the lake where the tides of the water are stronger or the currents are stronger, or there's almost like portals. And not portals in the way that you think. It feels like portals in the sense of like water pulling you down. Well, there's something like about a subsection of water in the lake where it's like maybe it could do with something underground though, underneath the lake itself. And I know a lot of people, I read something where the lake is built on a black town called Oscarville. That was the thing back in the day. But I also saw something about it was built on graves or something like that. But what I feel is that there's something about the underground of the lake itself where it's affecting the currents, but it's like almost like I literally see a hole somehow like underground underneath the lake. Like if the lake were to completely dry up, you would see that the terrain under the lake is effed up. There's something about the terrain of the lake, meaning the ground underneath the lake, that seriously needs like a renovation, is what I'm picking up. Cause I feel like there's like potholes or sinkholes or something like that. Like that's like or okay, thank you, Spirit. There are potholes or sinkholes forming in some way, shape, or form. Oh, I'm getting chills. We also have to remember that Water carries energy. Water carries information. In particular, water carries information of whatever it is that it interacts with. So, for example, if you were to put like a moldy, I don't know, a moldy plant or a moldy like a moldy piece of bread or a moldy apple in like a cup of water like this, and you were to take the moldy bread or apple out of the water, the moldy bread or apple is out of the water, but the water still retains the information of that moldy bread or moldy apple, which means that there's probably still some mold essence in the water. You don't want to drink that water in particular. So, what do you think happens when a body of water has so many human deaths? When a body of water has human deaths where people I feel like have gone missing, like they have not been found, they're still in the water. What do you think that water is containing in terms of information? Death. In a weird way, I know this sounds really weird, but we're talking energy, we're talking spirituality. The water's trained to kill. The water in Lake Lanier is trained to kill. I know that sounds. I don't even know what I fully mean by that, but there's something in that. In that water retains information, right? Ooh, child. All right. It is haunted, absolutely. Once again, in the sense that we have to understand water is an entity. Water is not just a thing that we need that everything on this earth needs to like live and survive and conquer and live our best lives. Water is a being just like we are. It doesn't have a brain, doesn't have any bones or anything like that, but it flows, it moves, right? It has its own intelligence, it has its own sense of technology in some way, shape, or form, right? It has its own ecosystem, water, and it transcends. It's not just in a lake, it's in this cup right here, right? It's in our bodies, right? So there's something about water where, and there's a reason why there's water deities like Yemaya, like Oshun and stuff like that, because water is a living being, and it deserves to be respected. And I feel like there's something where that lake is not the most respected, and so it retaliates. I know it sounds weird, but stick with me. I feel like there's something where the water levels of this lake could start to go down because there's something about the terrain of the lake or the groundwork of this lake that really needs restructuring, or else there's going to be more issues, not just in terms of deaths, but in terms of, I feel like at some point, maybe in the next 20, 30 years, that lake could be inhabitable, because it's just so uncontrollable. Like there's something about it. And I feel like certain people know certain sections of this lake and understand the terrain, and they're abusing that. They're abusing the terrain, or they're abusing the groundwork, the foundation of this lake. There's something about the foundation of this lake where it's like, I feel like initially when this lake was made, it wasn't properly renovated or it wasn't properly constructed. That's the issue. This is a man-made lake, but it wasn't properly constructed. It really needs to be renovated. Now, will that actually be done? I don't know. It may take, even more deaths. It may take, the point where the lake becomes uninhabitable once again before someone does something. All right. And the issue is, I feel like these boats that go on the lake and these jet skis, there's already issues below. And so what's going on above and the way the waves move, and it's like, it's not interacting. The interaction above is not the same interaction below on this lake. So there's a completely different, like, what's the word I want to use, Spirit? There's a completely different terrain, or there's a completely different vibe or rhythm at the bottom of this lake that does not resonate with the vibe or the rhythm at the top of this lake, the very top. And what's winning is the bottom rhythm of this lake, the bottom energy of this lake. So yes, I would say whatever is buried under this lake, it is haunted. It is causing issues with, like, the ecosystem of this river, of this lake. I feel like there's something where the way this lake was built, or where this lake was built, it gets a certain energy or charge, like, or it's like, I don't know if it's near an electrical like circuit, or if it's like the way the lake is structured. It's like there's something, how we have the grids on the earth, like, the grids. There's something about it, like, interacts with a grid or something like that. Or Lake Lanier interacts with, like, some sort of electrical line on earth, and it gets its power from that. But once again, that would be underneath the earth. Wouldn't be on the top. That wouldn't be reflected on the top of the lake. It would be reflected on the bottom of the lake. Or is the issue the lake itself in terms of interfering with whatever this line is? Maybe that's the issue I'm seeing. The lake itself is like, the lake itself is like, I don't know if I want to say it's an issue. Where it's placed is an issue. There was a reason why there was a city in that area before there was a lake. That area is more suited towards a city. That area is more suited towards something where there's electrical currents happening, and that area can feed off of the electrical currents of whatever is naturally occurring in that line of demarcation in terms of earth. But you put a lake there. Water and electrical currents, or electrical energy, or energy just in general that is electric, don't always mix well together, right? If you put your phone in a thing of water, if I put my phone in this thing of water, child, my phone is going to be a wrap. Now, it may work, but it won't work the same, right? Water retains energy. Water retains information. It's the water itself. And I'm wondering if, because do people swim in the lake? I'm assuming people swim in the lake, but what is it that causes people to drown so often in this lake, Spirit? There's something about this lake that just pulls you under, especially when you're caught off guard. I feel like it pulls you under. It also could be certain times of the day in particular, or certain times of the seasons once again. where the water is electrical, the water is powerful in its density. Once again, I don't know what I mean by this. I'm just tapping into spirit. I'm just putting it out there, right? So hopefully someone picks up the bits and pieces I'm putting out there that I don't fully get. But that's how it is sometimes, child. When I do mediumship readings, I say stuff and I don't know what I mean, but the client may be like, "Oh yes, yes, I know what you mean by that." All right. This lake is built on some sort of electrical current or some sort of energetic current or grid on Earth that was more suited towards the town that was initially there in the beginning. But now that they've replaced this lake with a body of water, the energies aren't matching. Couple that with you already had this lake, create so many deaths and create so much loss. So you have that energy on top of Lake Lanier. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, okay. I think the lake is cursed. I think way back in the day, I don't know, I'm saying like the 1950s. So I don't know. When was Lake Lanier created? I have to look it up. I knew this was going to be a lot. When was Lake Lanier built? The lake itself comes from the coming of the Ohio Canal System, which was finished in 1840. Five lakes were created to feed the canal system in Lake Loramie. No, not Lake Loramie. What is that? When was Lake Lanier built? It's not Loramie. What is that? Remember I said 1950s? Lake Sidney Lanier, officially known as Lake Lanier, was built in the 1950s when U.S. Army Corps of Engineers constructed Buford Dam in the Chattahoochee River in Georgia. The lake opened in 1957 after construction was completed. Y'all can't tell me spirit ain't in the room right now. That first of all, that was a predicted it because I said 1950s before I looked it up. Someone cursed that lake. I feel like someone cursed this lake. I feel like a spell was done on the lake, literally in the sense that something was put into the lake, but I feel like spell work, curse. It's still there. Whatever that thing is, it's still there. Whatever those things are. I don't know why I'm seeing like little I feel like I'm seeing little voodoo dolls or something like that, but they're like made of sticks or like homemade or something like that. It's just too much energy going on at this lake. I hate to say it, but this lake was poorly built. I hate to say it because I'm sure it's beautiful when you see it, but the area this lake was created was more suited towards a town due to the electrical currents or the grid that this lake was built on. I'm going to stick to that. I also feel like someone did do a curse on this lake, probably back in the 1950s, and that's why it's been having issues ever since. I also don't know why I keep literally seeing bodies dumped into the lake. Like, if that lake were to be like, if that lake were to be drained, the bottom of the lake would be like, I don't know why I feel like there would be human bones randomly found, like it would be surprising what's at the bottom of the lake and the terrain of the lake itself. There needs to be either other bodies of water built around this lake to balance out the terrain or to balance out the energies. This is an energetic thing. This is spiritual, but this is an energetic thing. This is a thing where it's like Earth has its own grids, and we can either work along those grid systems or we can work against them. This lake is working against a natural grid system on Earth. I'm sticking to that. Let's get into the cards and see what's going on. Wait, before we get into the cards, I think I have a guest that wants to say something real quick. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, this is my cat Fonzie. Say hi to the people. Okay, Tanta. Okay, 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 okay. Tanta Lily. Fonzie. No, you can't get on the desk. I just want people to say hi to you. Okay, this is Fonzie. Say hi. Oh, God. You are so funny. Oh my God, I'm trying to get to the cards and this is what's happening right now. All right. All right, you guys. Sorry. Now I got cat hair all over me, child. All right, we're black. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say about Lake Lanier. Now I want to see the lake, but I don't want to see the lake. I don't want to ever go on the lake. I don't know how I'm going to physically see it without actually getting on the lake itself. Thank you for cleansing, clearing the energy, second me, past and over. I don't even want to take uh, a cruise tour on the lake, child. No, ma'am. But if y'all want to go on the lake, child, y'all go. Y'all enjoy yourself, honey. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and see. First question I have is this lake really haunted? I get money showing up. The Ace of Pentacles shows up right off the bat. Um, I feel like there's something about money, maybe to invest in the lake in the first place, or there was money put into the lake. Like there's something about money. Maybe there was money exchanged. I don't know why money, like the Ace of Pentacles shows up. Ace of Pentacles though can also be a door opening, paying for a door to open in some way. 1950s they would have been traveling by car, but they still would have been probably traveling by boat too, particularly in war, war situations. I'm just hypothetically trying to make sense of it all in my mind. All right, is this lake really haunted, Spirit? Give us some clarity and insight. Is this Lake Lanier? Is Lake Lanier really haunted? The Hierophant shows up. So this is divine laws, rules, regulations. This could be a divine spirit in some way, shape, or form, particularly a masculine spirit. This is a card of a system of some sort. An overarching entity in some way. Was there someone prominent that passed in the lake, maybe? The Moon card, interesting, shows up. It's not just humans, it's animals too that get affected by that lake. I also wonder, like, there's something about the phases of the moon cycles in the lake. Like, I almost want to say it might not be the best idea to go on the lake during a full moon, for example. Because we know the moon actually does rule the tides of the ocean, literally. It's a fact. How does that work? Once again, when you have the energy of a planetary entity in the sky affecting bodies of water here on Earth, on top of, the grid system we were talking about, on top of the deaths in the lake, like this lake has a lot energetically going on with it. Too much going on, in my opinion. The Knight of Cups is facing that card. Knight would be someone. This could be the curse I was seeing, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Is the lake haunted? Remember I was saying something about a curse? This could be someone that participated in something dealing with, and you know why I say that? Because this person is facing, the Moon card shows up in a position of personal belongings, money, ownership. The Knight of Cups shows up in particular connected to secondary family members. This could be aunt, cousin, sibling. I'm wondering maybe it was the lake cursed by someone that passed away. But this would have been in the 1950s once again. By someone that passed away in the lake. The world card shows up. Is the lake cursed? The world card could be a completion of a cycle, coming full circle in some way, shape, or form. But the animals are quite interesting. There's animals that show up, different types of animals. There's something about paying attention to the animal behavior in that lake. I feel like there's something about animal behavior in that lake that would be seen as odd. What kind of animals are in the lake? Because I remember someone that passed away recently in 2024 was fishing on the lake. So there's I know that at least has to be fish on the lake, right? Which, by the way, I'm not a big fan of swimming with like animals like that. I'm good. Unless it's a dolphin or a beluga whale. I still would be scared though. Or an orca. I would definitely be scared then, even though they don't kill humans. All right, technically. The hanged man shows up. Is this lake cursed? Hanged man is having one's hands tied behind their back, delays, Nine of Cups. A lot of people probably go to this lake to party, have a good time. Knight of Swords. This also could be someone who passed away as well. Knight of Swords is facing the Four of Pentacles, which is a lack of time, energy, effort, kind of holding your cards close to your chest kind of energy. Oh, I just got a reading. Someone just paid for a reading. Thank you to whoever just paid for a reading. I appreciate that. We will set up, looks like a 15-minute phone reading maybe. Or 2020 birth chart reading, psychic tarot reading. All right, well, thank you to just purchased a reading. All right, is the lake cursed? I keep getting money connected to this lake, like money. Seven of Cups connected to secrecy, life behind closed doors. You know, the lake was built on secrets. I'm wondering really why was this lake built? This lake is built on secrets. This lake is built on secrets. This lake is built on cover-ups. And not just dealing with the lake itself, but also dealing with the lake itself. I would like to go back to the 1950s and look at the history of why this lake was built. Because there's something about cover-up energy, meaning it was built for one reason, but it said it was built for one reason, but really it was built for a whole nother reason. I feel like to spy or like something like that. Like there's something about the roots of the lake was used to spy or like was used for like travel. I get a man and a woman showing up. Here's the lake cursed. I don't really get that the lake is like strongly cursed. It could be, is the lake haunted was the question, or is the lake cursed? There definitely could be a curse. I feel like someone has put something in that lake, like um magic wise. I feel like that goes back to 1950s. But there's something about the lake itself that was built on maybe lies, secrets, and cover-ups. I'm gonna stick to that. And could it be cursed due to that energy? I'm gonna have to say yes. Once again, remember water retains information. Water retains energy. So whatever you put in that water, it's going to expand, good or bad. All right, let's go ahead and get into maybe another, like, maybe let's get some more clarity on that. Spirit, can you tell us why do people go missing or why do people pass away, die on this Lake Lanier every year? What is it that causes people to pass away and die on this Lake Lanier? What is the true cause of that, Spirit? Give us some clarity and insight on that. The reasoning behind that. Why are there so many deaths on this Lake Lanier? Page of Wands shows up. This could be a young person. Page of Wands could also be someone who's inexperienced. Six of Cups shows up. I feel like there's word of mouth connected to Lake Lanier, but the justice card shows up. The justice card would be laws, rules, regulations. I feel like there are not proper laws, rules, and regulations on this lake. I feel like there needs to be signs up on the lake like don't swim here or be careful of this, be careful of that. Like this lake needs to have laws, rules, and regulations in terms of how you operate on this lake. This lake is not like any other lake. It's not. Three of Swords connected to family, home, emotions. Three of Swords shows up connected to the moon. Why do so many people pass away on this lake? I want to say do not go to this lake on a full moon. Or even when a full moon is coming up, don't go to this lake. I'm going to stick to that. The Lover's card shows up. Ace of Wands. Ten of Wands connected to one-on-one relationships. Huh. I'm picking up something. The Ace of Cups connected to death, evolution, change, growth. The Ace of Wands shows up connected to work, job, daily routine, one sense of self-improvement, but it's facing the Ten of Wands connected to one-on-one relationships, business partnerships. I feel like there's something about this lake where it was built with a certain purpose. I feel like it was built with a purpose to either trap people. I know this sounds weird, but it was built with a purpose to trap people, to entrap people, to it's almost like a booby trap in a way. Like I almost get the energy where it's like they knew they built this lake or they knew that this lake was on a certain subsect of the grid of Earth or a certain subsect of a grid on Earth. And they knew the consequences and benefits of creating a lake on this grid. And there's something about the original people that created this lake knew the rules of the lake. Maybe they knew don't be on the lake during a full moon. Don't go to this specific section of the lake. Be careful. We built that over here. Like, but it's funny. Water retains information, you know, and everything on life retains information. But when it comes to human beings, it's really important to pass down information. This is an issue of information not being passed down or proper information of how to deal with this lake, of what's really going on with this lake, what was it really built on, what are the grids, like that information was not properly passed down and may have been hidden. Look at this. Look at this. This person is in a lake, quite literally. They've got these swords in the boat. You know what it is as well? It's the electrical energy of this lake and the electrical currents or energy of the boats and the jet skis that are also in this lake that could cause issues. I I know it sounds weird. Maybe to some of you it doesn't though. The people that get it probably get it. Why do so many people pass away? I keep getting money. There's something about benefiting. I don't know if it's like benefiting from people passing away. I don't know how that would work financially. Or if it's like there's a history of that lake and it's like it was built for a reason and that reason is no longer it, the reason this Lake Lanier was built in 1950 no longer resonates with today's day and age, which is also an energy once again. So once again, I feel like okay, let's ask this last question. Why was Lake Lanier built? What was the true purpose of why Lake Lanier was built? So maybe that'll give us everything we need to know. Why was Lake Lanier built? What is the true reason why Lake Lanier was built, Spirit? Because maybe that's what it comes down to. Why was the lake built in the first place? The Hermit card shows up as the first card, which is a card of feeling unsupported. It's a card of kind of going within, introspection. This card shows up in a position of leadership, masculinity. There's something about what the lake was before it was a lake was some sort of blockage or hindrance. So when it was a town, it somehow, for some reason, was a blockage or hindrance to what maybe some sort of overarching entity or person was trying to do. Money. Now we know why money keeps showing up. Why was the lake built? For money. For someone else's gain. Four of Wands shows up. There may have been some sort of community aspect to it as well, but I get money. This would be a lack of money, a lack of resources. Two of Swords shows up. There's a lake behind this person. Interestingly enough, the moon is not full here either. Um, I hear conquer and destroy. Conquer and destroy. I feel like they wanted to conquer the town that was there before the lake was created. So they flooded it out. I don't know why I keep hearing Illuminati as well. I don't know. Nine of Wands shows up connected to confidence, purpose, self-expression. Or Nine of Wands shows up, I'm sorry, connected to work, job, daily routine, health, one sense of self-improvement. Nine of Wands would be PTSD. Nine of Wands could be feeling like you're in war. Then I get the Ten of Cups, though. I feel like someone made the lake for their own. I feel like a really wealthy person made the lake for their own selfish reasons, and it's like now it's mine, yada yada, like kind of thing. Yeah, the Eight of Swords shows up connected to death, evolution, change. Look at the water drying up. I always notice that with this card, the water drying up. It's very much like the Native Americans, like the Pilgrims, like the Europeans invading the Native Americans. It's like very much that was still happening in the 1950s. This is an example of that. You know what? I also wonder, did something happen? I feel like something happened in that town, Oscarville, or whatever the town was, um, where Lake Lanier now is. I feel like something happened in that town, or there were groups of people having issues with that town, and it was kind of like, well, why don't we just flood it and like use it for our own purposes? Since they keep causing issues for us, like, let's just flood it. Like, that's the energy I get. And the Temperance card shows up. I feel like there's something also where it was meant to bring in tourists or attract tourists or to improve agriculture in some way, shape, or form. The coming in twos, coming and going, being able to expeditiously travel or get things to and from. There's something about Lake Lanier benefiting in that, and that's why money's showing up. Lake Lanier itself was like an easy, or that area was like an easy. It's like if we just turn it into a lake, it converges into this, and we'll be able to get here faster and there faster and this place faster, and then it's like it'll make more money for us. Like that's what I get. The lake was created for money. However, that does not stand today anymore. I'm wondering what family or what person are they still benefiting from the creation of this lake? Money is the root of all evil, child. Well, that's not to say money itself is evil. Let me clarify that. Because I have a great relationship with money, and I don't want money to be mad at me, because money is also an energy. Money, money can be the root of all evil. Doesn't mean it is the root of all evil. Let's get the final card for this situation. What's the final card for this Lake Lanier? I have to do a part 2 on this. I feel like there's still more to tap into. Let me know if you guys want a part 2 of this video. But we're already at 45 minutes, so this can't be too long. Embrace those around you, number 5. Interesting. It says, this is a time of great spiritual growth for you, making it even more important to surround yourself with those who love you and share your beliefs. Be willing to accept help from others. You could find comfort in traditional solutions, or your heart may long to try out new ideas. I don't know what that means in context to the Lake Lanier. Embrace those around you. Maybe it's something about, if something is going to be done about this lake, the people need to kind of gather around and do something about it. Because I'm telling you, there's something about the lake itself where it's a poorly built lake. And once again, I'm not an agriculturalist. I'm not a person that understands how lakes are made and things of that nature, but I'm going to stick to that. All right, you guys, thank you for listening and watching. I will catch you on the next video. Let me know what you think about this video. Once again, we wish those love and light who have been affected by this Lake Lanier situation, those who have passed away. It's a very sad situation, but let this be a lesson that, when it comes to large bodies of water and water itself, water needs to be respected. Water needs to be more understood. There's a reason why, in terms that we've explored, the immenseness of Earth, but we haven't gone to the depths of the ocean. Because we don't fully understand water. When we get too deep in the ocean, that water pressure crushes us. There's things about water we don't fully understand, y'all. All right? And we need to really start understanding. All right? Especially when it comes to man-made instances. Okay? I love you all. I've got to go get some clients. As you all know, y'all saw I had a couple readings come through. Or maybe one or two. No. I've had 2 readings so far come through today. One of them came through in this video. One of them came earlier today. All right, you guys, I love you all. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for listening and watching. If you would like to book a reading with me, I am available. Text me at 703-791-9162 or visit my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. I'll see you in the next video. I'll see you or talk to you in your own personal reading. Either way, I will see you soon. Love and light. God bless. And stay safe. Psychic with a T, the psychic with the T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. I don't care what the others say, let's channel some energy today. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Capricorn, Virgo, Libra strong, this tarot card reading about to be long. Psychic with a T, the psychic with a T, that's me, that's me. The one with the T, the one with the T, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the planets align, spirit speaks on time, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me. When the trolls be gone, candle work be strong, that's me, that's me.